Hi all, this is Rat, and this is going to be a quick little episode. Now, if you remember, a couple weeks back, we had Contest Winner Ted. Well, today, Contest Winner Ted tells me there's a folding table in one of the canals. He said, "Hey Rat, you want to go get that?" And I said, "Ted, have you ever seen the Dudley Boys?" And he said, "No." Despite that, today, in honor of the Dudley Boys, we're going to get the table. I really can't picture this being much easier. Might have to do the hook, but other than that, it's other than the weight factor, this should be a pretty easy grab. It's only about an 8-foot drop down there. Alrighty, let's get to the voiceover. Here I am separating the magnet from the hook. First I'm going to try to use the magnet, and that did the job of opening up the table just a little bit, and wasn't quite able to lift it with the magnet though. Just got to throw down the hook there and see if the hook can give it a little assistance. And I was able to bring it closer to the edge of the canal. Unfortunately, these bricks, these are canal walls, are first generation, I think. Hard to tell from this angle. But that meant that they can stick out a bit further. So what was going on there was that the table was getting stuck under some of the lower walls. So this is me climbing over the guardrail. Guardrail is there strictly as a safety precaution. There technically aren't any no trespassing signs. And I was hoping that would give me a better angle to get down there and maneuver the hook or the magnet. Safety precautions, they are a good thing, don't get me wrong. So I'm working on getting that table up a little bit more, and as I said, it just kept getting stuck. So I tried it from the other end with the magnet. Not a whole lot of luck on the magnet, and the hook was definitely working better out of the tool excuse me, out of the pair of tools. I would say the hook was working better. The hook not without its own issues as well. It came loose at one point, and I had to use the magnet to get the hook. So you want to tie a better knot on that, I guess. Also, this particular magnet is a little bit on the weak side. For those of you who haven't seen the episodes where I show you how to make it, it's the dollar store hook. I did have to keep rebending that back into a more usable shape. And here we are. We're just going to try to guide the table into a more usable location. There's this old walkway. It used to go all the way across the canal. It currently only goes about 3/4, but I'm only going to use those first 2 steps anyway. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to guide this down through the gateway, away from some of the overgrowth and away from the overhanging stone wall. I honestly was expecting this only to take like a minute or two. It took longer than that. This is a stark contrast to the previous two episodes where you would see me pull up item after item after item. This is just going after this one item. Granted, it's a big item. And I thought that was promising. I felt like we were making progress there. I thought we were going to have it. We did not have it. So I continued on there with the shove it downstream plan. We were talking about on Reddit how there's really no solid source of information. Nobody's written a book on this art form yet, on this hobby. So this is more of a technique video than a smart-ass video. So that if you're ever in a situation where you have to get a folding table out of a canal, or the old school heavy wooden style that's been soaked in canal water for probably a couple of days, hopefully you can learn from this. Keep in mind, if you have to get one of those plastic ones out, those come out much easier since they don't soak up the water as much. And they're also just much lighter to begin with. As anyone who's ever had to set up a banquet hall will tell you. The upside is that the wooden ones they look much better in pro wrestling matches. I think the advent of the plastic folding table is one of the reasons ECW is no longer with us. So there we are, double checking the grappling hook, the rat retriever, I think, as I was tempted to call it at one point. There's the table again. Camera angle on this one. Normally I don't have it pointed down quite enough. This one is pointed down a little bit too far, but that's good for this shot right here. See how the table covers my gut a little bit. I appreciate that. And that's me falling on my ass, getting the table over the railing. There's the table. So there we have it. That was easy. Rat Boy got the table. No problem at all. These things, a lot of times they go just as easy as you expect them to. Thanks for watching.